No, man, this is my first time here. I'm always listening to your replays, but I had to come up just to say something. What you expect out of the Black Margaret Sanger? Are you guys really surprised? I just know she needs a reality check. I don't like her, never liked her, and she always has a thing against us, as some of them say, dusky, brown skinned men. That's the way it is. To the caller before me who said something about Bill Cosby, you know what? I won't even touch that because there's things going on behind closed doors we have no clue of. But think about this. Do you honestly know who the NBA is connected to? They're connected to Disney. What you expect? She's the
Hmm.
Margaret Singer. Child trafficking is going on. She knows things. We are always the target, always the target. But one day she must get a reality check. She is just a small percentage of why men got their passports because you have two options. Options. You either start attacking these people or you walk your way to freedom to avoid this mess that's happening over here. And they're not going to talk about that pale faced dude that's from Europe that had some type of body contact with a what, 16-year-old girl? Please, if it was us and we even had allegations, knowing that we wasn't even in the area of a 16-year-old girl, do you know they would throw us in jail?
Hmm.
Let me give you a prime example. Do you know not too long ago in Denver, Colorado, a man just got out of prison. He was 70 years old just because a bitch had a dream that he violated her.
Oh yeah,
This
I heard about that. When I heard about that, I thought, wait a minute, they gotta be trolling. And then when I looked into it, it was an actual real story. I said, you have got to
to
be
be
kidding me
kidding.
right
I
now.
know. So you're telling me so I violated her in a dream and I went to fucking prison? The only thing about this older man, he came out with no anger, and I'm still saying to myself, how? How do you not have anger? Man, we have brothers who have gotten lynched for this. There's brothers that's sitting in prison right now behind lies and allegations. But you put up this light-skinned Willie Lynch ass bitch, which bitch means bitter, ignorant terrorist against civilized humans. Only thing I can say is, brothers, buy a pair of Ray-Bans. You're gonna need them just to avoid contact with women like her. Because she ain't the only one. She's just on television. And remember, the NBA is connected with Disney. I don't need to say nothing else.
Right.
Thank you, brother.
Pre-
Appreciate it. And I do like your podcast, man. I just always catch them in the wee hours of the night because the world is quiet and I can listen. Wait a minute. I do have a question, though.
What's that?
I asked in the chat, what did Des Bryant say about her?
Oh, I wish I should. I forgot. I wish I could have brought up the tweet. I should have had it up here, but it was a very lengthy tweet. It was a very lengthy post. But Des Bryant went. Listen, he if you like I said, if you thought what I said in my little two liner was something that went viral, Des Bryant literally his tweet was probably equivalent of a F5 tornado.
Mm,
He destroyed Malika Andrews in his tweet.
big ups to Des Bryant. Big ups to Des Bryant. But yeah, we up here in Canada, which we don't like her either, brother. We don't like her either, man. The brothers up here don't like her, man. And I'm from the States, but yeah, we see Margaret Sanger in her. That's the first thing I said years. I said, yo, that's the Black Margaret Sanger. That's who that is. Her
Mhm.
hatred. She's always penis watching, and nobody never said nothing about the man's wife for the Boston Celtics. What if she made the approach at old boy?
Mhm.
And he wasn't getting it at home because you could see the bitterness in the. Oops, I didn't say that on air. I'm sorry, but you can see the bitterness in her. You can see it. It's like, wow, any man. One thing about men, all we want is peace. Just leave us alone, and we want peace of mind. That is it. But Seems like we're always the target, and it's been like that since the '60s. There's one thing, T, that's been consistent in my life since I was born. We have always been in the limelight, man, and I still don't understand it till this day. All right, brother, take
I
care.
appreciate you.
All right.
All right. Before I bring the next person up, shout out to Kid Gravity. For those of you who want to see what Dez Bryant had to say, I posted the link to Kid Gravity's Twitter in the chat. He posted the link the picture of what Dez Bryant had to say about Malika Andrews, if anyone wants to see it. All right, so the next person I'm bringing up, Mo.J. What's going on, Mo?
Man, trying to get my printer up. What's going on, brother?
What's going on? I'm doing good.
Yeah, man. Well, honestly, I was doing a little research, but if you look, this happened in California. It was Newport. Newport Beach is actually opened an investigation. But if you look, there's an article that just came out. The family isn't cooperating. So this is probably going to get swept up under the rug by the end of the week. Meaning Josh Giddey paid him off. So we're not going to hear anything else about it. And of course, your girl Malika, she's off. She doesn't have to speak about it anymore.
Figures. Well, now it's going to have people looking at the Thunder, OKC, and the NBA with a side eye now, for sure. Because it was like reported out there that apparently they had knew about their so-called relationship for over a year now.
Yeah, and he had run-ins with the brother also.
With her brother, the girl?
With her brother, yeah. Her brother's a little bit older.
There you go. I have a segment on here called Operation Protect the White Boy in full effect. Josh Giddey, I said, don't matter where you at in the world. You could be here in the States or you could be abroad. It's always going to work in your favor some way, somehow.
And the fact that they interviewed him at practice about this, and he said he didn't want to speak about it and then continued to go to practice, where do they do that at? No one else gets that.
Yeah, he said no comment.
Yeah, he said, well, I know about it, but no comment. I don't want to speak on it. You shouldn't even be at the practice to get interviewed about this. Anyone else, they're not going to be on any of the facilities, any of the ground. So I don't know. I've been looking at it, of course, but I ain't did no article or anything on it yet.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. If this is what you said is true, then yeah, it's probably gonna be one of the things where it does get swept under the rug. But like I said, it's gonna make people really look at the NBA with a major side eye, although they probably should have been looking at it with a side eye before this, but they're gonna be looking at them real, real sus from here on out.
Yeah, so TMZ, if you go to TMZ and look up real quick, Josh Giddey police inquiry, sources say minor family won't cooperate. So we probably won't hear about this after the end of the week. He's going to pay him off, and ESPN, everybody else, they're not going to even mention it. So as far as it goes, this is pretty much the end of it. You probably got the biggest story on it.
And mine was just going in on Malika Andrews. This was like a more like a pet project for me, because I had never really gone in on her before. Like I said, I had knew about Malika Andrews, but I never talked about it. That's why I literally titled the video "Long Overdue," because I had knew about her, but I never talked about her for the first time until today. People even asked me, Taurean, are you going to talk about Malika Andrews and what she has said and things in the past? And I just kind of brushed it off. But I said, you know what? I feel compelled to say now is the time for me to leap off the porch and finally say something. And this was the perfect time to do it.
Yeah, you did a good job of. I seen the tweet, and then I seen you posted in the Discord. I was like, damn. I mean, I seen everything I knew about Malika and everything, even when you took it all the way back to Giannis. But before then, the whole Malika Andrews and what's the girl? Rachel Nichols, with all that going on in the bubble, everyone knew what that was, because even Rachel Nicholson called it out, and then she just magically appears out of nowhere, no background, no history. We've never knew who this lady was, and she pops up and she goes straight to what the agenda was. Tear them on down, protect and tear down. You know how it is.
Yeah. But Mo, I appreciate you coming up though.
Nah, no problem, brother. I'll have some stuff on the channel. I'm gonna get you over there.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, bro.
Let's see. Else do we have up here? We got Iron. Let me see. Iron Will. What's going on?
What's going on, Torian? Shout out to everybody in the chat. I'll never come up, man. Shout out to you though, bro.
What's going on? What you got to say on this?
Man, I was like super disappointed in this chick, man. At first, I'm originally from Oakland, so and she's from Oakland, so I had like high hopes. I'm like, okay, cute little sister, but obviously I should have known better because we all know how ESPN does with their anchors. So I was really had high hopes for some nonsense. But what really ticked me off was when she did you see when she lied on Jalen Rose on like live TV?
Yeah.
I was like, come on now. We all seen he did not have his arm under your shoulder, what she was claiming. And,
oh, yeah. I remember. Yeah. Oh, I wish I would have had that in the lineup. I forgot about that. I remember that. And we saw, and we literally saw the footage and the still shots. And it was like, do you not know how body placement works?
Right. It's like everybody didn't see what clearly just happened. And then he had to apologize too after that.
Yeah. They made him They made him give that weak apology. He looked like he didn't want to be there, much like she didn't want to do that little 45 segment about Josh Giddey.
Yeah, for real. And Willie D had a good point because he just talked about her yesterday on his show. And my bad to name drop, but he had a good point. He was like, what's going to end up happening is like the same thing with a lot of the black anchors. They're going to get too big for their britches. She gonna think she's white, really, and try to check a white person on live TV, and then they gonna get rid of her. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say, man. I just want to speak on it. But shout out to you and your show, everybody in the chat. Shout out to the Wrench Mob, and I'll holler at you.
All right. Shout out to Iron Will. Next we got I'm laughing because I know who it is, but it's this attire. Oh man, it says Malika Andrews, the Candace Owens of ESPN, aka Kid Gravity.
Are you a black man?
We can barely hear you with the mask.
Are you a black man?
Well, that's what the DNA says.
Do you have charges? And do you play sports?
Wow. You crazy.
I'm just playing. What's up, man?
What's going on? What you got to say about this?
You mean the Amala Ekmanobi in 10 years? I got a lot. I don't know if you saw what I gave you in the Discord, but yeah, it looked like the Australian Mafia is on this.
As far as what?
See, you remember Andrew Bogut?
Oh yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah. So for those who don't know, Andrew Bogut and the Australian Mafia, that's what I'm calling them. They look like they putting the kibosh on that because between Kyrie and this kid, and I think there was somebody else that's highly touted. They got a pipeline to the NBA, and they don't want to ruin that. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, because I think they say that he was about to lose some kind of $40 million deal or something like that.
It's like a cereal company.
Yeah,
that's a lot of money, bro.
That is true. Yeah,
and a lot of kangaroo ducats. Ducats.
Yeah, you talking about that's an endorsement. That's outside of what your salary is in the NBA.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, but this chick, she's problematic. We know this. We better hope she never gets arrested, because if she does, that's endless content. We will take the body cam footage. We will file the Pfizer warrant to make sure that we get that body cam footage, because we will roast the hell out of it.
Wow.
Like, see, now they're gonna put the cuffs on you. You should have complied.
You crazy.
And we're gonna hope that the cops were black men's. Or at least some sisters that are on code. Like I imagine her trying to pull that. I'm Malika Andrews for ESPN, and they were like, "Oh, your career is over." And but I did say in the chat earlier that white man ain't taking her down the aisle. They're gonna break up before that. I promise you.
And if they do, I will be back on here with the violins. It's gonna be a whole different show.
Is that a Triple P or is that a Blackarian Hall of Shame?
That's the Karen. That's the triple P. Like if they don't make it, then I'm gonna create a whole show around that.
Yeah. Whew. A lot of content you got in November. Who'd you pray to?
I don't like nobody. It just happened. Like I said, the universe was in alignment, and it just happened.
Yeah, shout out. This has probably been the best birthday month I ever had. So much content, but yeah, this is now they wonder why ESPN and Fox Sports is they all those listeners are running to us, and we don't even talk about sports like that, but we get more coverage.
Right.
I wonder if Skip Bayless is going to be petty enough to play your tweet.
I don't know. It's floating around. It's floating around in a lot of places. Like I was saying earlier, you was the first person that posted up in the Discord that Say Cheese had put it up on their page, and I went there, and then I heard people DM it to me. People tagged me in it. Then people tagged me in other places on like Instagram and all of this.
Yeah, I wonder if the Nigerians got it.
Who knows?
But yeah, all you need is TMZ, and then we can never talk to you again. But yeah, I'm gonna go back and try to warm up. You enjoy this, hey everybody. Shout out to Malika for being exactly what we thought she was.
More like what we know she is.
Yeah. And shout out to her mama, raised her right.
According to Des Bryant, she raised them wrong.
Des. I almost followed him, but then I was like, nah, I ain't gonna follow you. But yeah, shout out to Des. He did his thing.
Right.
All right. I'm out of here.
All right. Appreciate you coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Kid Gravity again. If y'all have never subscribed to his channel, please do so. Next up, we got Najee. What's going on?
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I like your content.
Appreciate it.
You know what? Like with people like with Malika and them, I used to, get upset or whatever, at the person. But I've just come to realize that these people are just avatars. So today to be Malika, ESPN to find a replacement. Just like Fox News with Stacey Dash. I mean, once Stacey Dash lost the backing of Fox News, she wasn't irrelevant. She had no voice. Mm-hmm. So I just really think that these corporations and these also other think tanks, they enjoy this because in the end they know that these people are expendable, and there's another Malika that is ready to take her place, and and we'll be talking about the next Malika tomorrow. So the real we should basically be laser focused on these corporations, which is ESPN. So anytime you hear these people talk, you just gotta just block them out and just understand that that's ESPN talking.
Exactly.
Right, thanks, man.
No problem. Appreciate you coming. And I saw someone just left a comment in the chat that said YouTube recommended this live. Let me find out. I done slipped into the algorithm. Let me find out. Next up, we got Great Black Shark. What's going on?
What's good, my brother? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Man, excellent job. Outstanding work as always. But here's the thing with the wenches of Craftington, like I like to call the Malika Andrews type. She's proving just how full of it she is when it comes to that protect all women and everything. Because when she didn't cover Chad Wheeler, especially with his recent conviction, like you all mentioned earlier, that shows she doesn't care anything about protecting black women or women in general. And see, as far as her little hateful demeanor towards black men, I'm glad that she has a platform to show the example, especially to younger black men, of what that looks like. And when you see that or it's around you, to the best of your ability, stay away from those types of self-hating bed wench mammies, okay? Because see, this type of crap right here, they weaponize them against us. She's basically like a little trained Pomeranian for Zaddy to come out and spew all types of hatred about brothers. But as soon as a white man like Josh Giddey does what he does with his allegations, oh, you have to be forced to say something on that. And then when you do, you just glance over it. So one thing that I'm going to make a prediction on, she's going to have a similar wake-up call and crash to Candace Owens. I see it coming. I'm telling you, and when it does, the irony of it is, usually when that happens, and it's so bad, they're gonna run to us, the black community, for support, and we're gonna put that right back in our face. So I'm glad you covered this, man. Like I said, it's just a matter of time before it comes, because we've seen it over and over again, and each one of them that lands a zaddy, they tend to think that they're immune to, like, you know, being turned on by these people. But all it's gonna take, and usually it happens when they get a zaddy, they get arrogant and think that they have the ability to start criticizing certain white people that they don't like. So the minute that she tries that, it's going to be game over for her, brother.
And I'm going to take it a step further. And I said this when I was talking about Candace Owens, when I did the Triple P on her a few days ago. She was never over here. Malika was never over here. So when they decide to send her, quote unquote, back, I don't know what they're sending her back to, because she can't come over here. She was never here. So if they try to send her back over here, we're going to just kind of move, like dodge out the way, kind of like Neo did in the Matrix when he was doing the bullet time. And she's going to be sent out into the damn wilderness. She can go live and be a nomad. You know what? Maybe she can go plant herself on the North Sentinel Islands.
Hey, exactly. Hey, the North Sentinel Island archery team will be glad to welcome her right on over there, man. And that's exactly where she belongs. You know, we need to see if we can trick her into, like, you know, telling her it's a luxury resort over here, because, you know, she has like the brain of like a dining room table. So she'll probably believe it. We can book her a first class ticket to North Sentinel Island resort, and then just let them deal with her. That's what I think should happen, man. But man, I'm glad you got on her neck, man. Like I said, you know, keep up the excellent work, my brother, and we'll continue to support you, man. Black first, salute.
Appreciate you. All right, we're gonna bring up the last person, and that is Neo Panther. What's going on? You're gonna have to unmute yourself. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with your mic, but you're muted over there. And I did see you pop up. All right, maybe it's I don't know, it may be a technical issue. I'm not entirely sure. But y'all, this is going to conclude this particular stream right here. Shout out to everybody who came through. First off, let me acknowledge the super chats and members. Jane Smith, J Cage, Ozzy Edwards, Gloria, Sabri, Scoop 2003, Black Rage, John C. Winston, J Cage, and Chief. I appreciate everybody who came through. We had another full stream today. I will be back on here tomorrow. No stream tomorrow. I'm taking a break tomorrow, but y'all will get the pre-recorded video at 11 a.m. tomorrow Eastern time. I'm taking a break from the streams, and then we'll be back on the 5 o'clock stream. The 6 o'clock stream on Friday. Make sure, if you haven't done so already, join the Discord. Shout out to everybody who's following me on Twitter, on Instagram, and anywhere else that you can find me at. Enjoy the rest of your hump day. Be safe and be one.